5 years old. Here's Roger Federer crowding 30, still wanting more. Still, Paul Annacone, who was around Pete Sampras, sitting in his coaching chair for 9 of Pete's 14 majors, including his last. Paul can't believe how hungry and how willing to work Roger Federer still is. Another chance to break.
The biggest difference with Roger and pretty much anyone you can come up with is his absolute love of the game. More than any player I've ever seen.
It's true.
He embraces this. He loves every moment of it. He's still living and breathing it.
And Bjorn said, if I can't be number one, I'm gone. He couldn't abide being number 2. Here's this guy's number 3, giving up years on everybody else. And he's still very much around the very top of the game.
That's quite interesting to see Djokovic now starting to take these shorter balls because he knows he'll be tested and willing to chip and charge, basically, and showing some excellent touch.
You think that's a play Fed wants to use a lot, that short ball to the backhand?
I think he may even want to go short on the forehand, because even Novak has said to me that he feels like his stance is too open. He's not heading towards the net. He's heading towards the center of the court. Whereas the backhand, he steps into more. He's got to use some more topspin on these short balls. So far, the ball's flying on him. Did a much better job there. See, this is part of why he's become the #1 player in the world and the best player this year. He's very quick to get in close and take it early. That's an athletic looking shot for sure. Probably more than any other shot, Rogers worked on that backhand.
Yes.
I mean, that was a liability when he grew up. He thanked the other players for going to his backhand as often as they did, helped make that shot better. And it's clearly a key for him in a match of this magnitude. I want to see him use that slice pretty extensively, though, to keep Djokovic off balance, especially on that high backhand. is too good. He works so hard on his flexibility, Djokovic, that he can really stretch out and just put an incredible amount of pop on that ball. And for the first time that I've watched him, the longer the rally goes, the better he gets.
He's so fit and so quick and so balanced that his margins are higher than anybody else's these days. He's had a very low error rate, not in this match so far, but for the year.
And I would follow you, Mary, and say the first 3 games we've probably seen more errors from Djokovic, more off shots than in 5 matches combined.
Yes. I agree with John. He was tight, I think, coming out. Keep in mind, he didn't get to play that quarterfinal match against Fognini. So he's had 4 days. And I think there's a, let's face it, if he wins this match for the first time, he's #1 in the world. It's something he's dreamed about since he's 7 years old.
Just no chance for Federer. Skidded right off the line. He thinks he's going to slice it about waist high and suddenly at his knees. I mean, absolutely no chance for him to get that ball back. All this technology, how do they still have these same lines that, you know, cause and can wreak havoc with the play? Djokovic could have done 1 or 2 things. He could have hit with his weight forward and really attacked it, or slid into it and hit off his back foot. He chose to do the latter, and he didn't really have the ability to put much on that ball. I think Roger would have gotten it anyway. Well, it's tough for Roger here at this late stage in his career, you would think, because he realizes now, I can't just chip the ball back, push it back. He's got to try to go for more in the return. That's hard, especially when you got a big first serve like that. That was about a 126 serve miles per hour. It's hard to do much with.
All right, there is a well-done finish by Djokovic. (9 a.m. East). And again, the men's final live Sunday morning, same time.
Sharapova had this opportunity of a lifetime, perhaps maybe even she didn't expect she'd have, to win all 4 majors, and she felt the pressure. Let's see how Novak responds today. His dream, being the #1 player in the world, get a chance to play Nadal in the finals here. If that is part of the game plan, it's a smart idea. It's just tough to pull that off consistently. But Rogers clearly tried to take that backhand and go right back up the line. Perfectly timed shot.
Well, his first 3 games were a struggle. Here, Federer comes out and holds it love. As we see the incredible season that Novak Djokovic has crafted, and that's stunning. He's only lost 10 sets all year.
His belief in himself and the way he's gone about his business has been quite impressive. to put it mildly. He used to have a lot more difficult matches early in events, and he's getting those done a lot sooner. We're keeping the reserves of energy when he needs it most. I think initially it's hurt him this coming out today, the 4 days off, but I think it'll end up paying off because I think that he's played an awful lot of tennis and just eased the stress level at least for a couple days when he didn't have to play Fognini in the quarters. But so far he's not playing as well as we've seen him, especially when he played Del Potro.
That was a fabulous match, a third round battle, which was played over 2 days. Djokovic dominated the second day.
Even for Federer, as great as he is, the way he uses that racket like a wand, that is a hard play.
He's trying to get around those backhands. He knows that Djokovic is going to turn this into a backhand battle. And so that's why he's trying to move around and make these forehands count.
Well, that's not a bad idea, but that angle was a high-risk shot. You better believe Djokovic is going to start pulling him out wide with his forehand. Force him to move out there and open the court just like he did on that point. That's the thing that's been amazing with Djokovic, his willingness to trade forehands with Federer.